Hey, welcome back to my English channel. If you're learning English and feel stuck sometimes, this episode is for you.
Yes, especially if you feel like your vocabulary isn't big enough to have real conversations. Today, we'll show you that you don't need thousands of words. Just a few, used well, can change everything.
So, get ready. Grab a notebook or just listen along while you walk, cook, or ride the bus.
And hey, if you find this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you.
Let's begin with a simple idea. Emily, have you ever met someone who says, I know so many English words, but then can't answer, what did you do yesterday?
Yes, it happens a lot. They study hard, memorize lists, but when it's time to speak, they freeze.
That's the problem. Knowing words is not the same as using words.
Exactly. It's like having a big toolbox, but not knowing how to fix anything.
Perfect. So today, we'll help you use your tools better.
Let's talk numbers. Did you know that just 300 common English words cover about 65% of all daily conversations?
That's amazing. And if you know around 1,000 core words, you can understand about 90% of most conversations.
So why try to learn 10,000 words when 1,000 strong words can carry you far?
Because it feels safer. More words means more power, right?
Not always. Think of it this way. Knowing 500 words deeply is better than knowing 5,000 words poorly.
Let's show them how to own words, not just memorize them.
Great. Let's start with a very simple word, get. Everyone learns it early.
Yes, but do they know how to use it? Get up, get ready, get tired, get lost, get better, get along.
When you own the word, it becomes automatic, like muscle memory.
Let's try another word, make. You can make breakfast, make a mistake, make friends, make time.
One word, so many powerful phrases.
So, instead of collecting more words, start building real sentences with the ones you already have.
Now let's talk about stress. Many learners feel overwhelmed.
Yes, if someone tells you learn 5,000 words, your brain says that's too much.
But if someone says start with 300, practice them well, suddenly it feels possible.
It's like looking at a big mountain or just one small step. Which one feels easier?
Exactly. Start small, grow steady.
So how do we do that? Let's give them a plan.
Okay, step 1. Choose your core vocabulary. Start with the most common 500 to 1,000 words.
And here's the secret. Make it personal.
What do you mean by that?
Well, if you're a student, your core words should include homework, study, teacher. If you work in a cafe, you need coffee, order, menu, customer.
So it's not just about common words, it's about your life.
Exactly, because when words connect to your daily experience, they stick better in your mind.
I love that. Okay, step 2, never learn a word alone.
Yes, always learn words in a full sentence.
For example, don't just write arrive equals reach a place. Write, I arrive at work at 9 a.m.
Much better. And here's a tip. Say the sentence out loud.
You can even record yourself. Don't be shy.
It helps. When you listen again, you hear your own rhythm. You get used to your voice.
And confidence grows step by step.
Okay, step 3, connect new words to words you already know.
Let's do a fun one. Imagine you know go, early, work, traffic.
Now say, I go to work early because of traffic.
Nice. That's a full sentence, real and useful.
Then tomorrow you learn train and ticket.
Now you can say, I go to work early because the train ticket is cheaper.
That's how we grow our English, naturally, step by step.
It's like building a house, one brick at a time.
Yes, and every sentence is a brick.
This is powerful stuff. You don't need magic, just smart habits.
And daily action, which leads us to step 4.
Step 4. Tell a small story every week using your core words.
A story? Even with simple English?
Yes, it can be very short, like this. Yesterday, I went to the supermarket. I bought fruit, bread, and milk. I walked home. I cooked dinner. It was a good day.
That's perfect. Real, simple, useful.
And you're not just practicing English, you're talking about your life.
Which makes it more meaningful, more emotional. Your brain remembers better when it feels personal.
Okay, Emily, let me ask you something important.
Go ahead.
What if someone feels embarrassed, like their English is too simple?
That's a big one. And I always tell my students, simple is powerful.
I love that. It's true. Native speakers use simple words every day.
Yes, we say, I'm tired. Let's eat. What's up? Not long or fancy phrases.
So don't worry about sounding basic. Worry about being clear.
Exactly. If you say, I like this, and people understand, that's success.
It's not about perfection. It's about connection.
Yes, communication, not competition.
And here's something that really helps. The 80-20 rule.
Oh, yes, I love this. Explain it, Paul.
The idea is 80% of results come from just 20% of your actions. In English, it means focus on the most important 20%, your core words.
And you'll unlock 80% of your English power.
That's why we say go deep, not wide.
Like cooking. Most meals only need salt, oil, garlic, and a few fresh ingredients. You don't need every spice in the world.
Exactly. Master the basics and everything becomes easier.
Okay, Paul, let's talk about practice now.
Yes, the big question. How often should you practice?
My answer? Every day, but only a little.
15 minutes?
Perfect. Just 15 to 20 minutes a day. That's enough, if you're consistent.
So how can we use those 15 minutes?
Let's break it into 3 parts.
Okay.
In the morning, review yesterday's sentences. Say them out loud while making tea, brushing your hair, or eating breakfast.
I love that. Easy daily English.
At lunchtime, listen to a short podcast or video, just 5 minutes.
Like this one?
Yes, or anything in slow, clear English. Focus on the core words you're learning.
You'll start to notice them everywhere.
Exactly. In songs, ads, movies, conversations on the street.
And in the evening?
In the evening, tell a 1-minute story about your day. Write it down or say it out loud. Just use what you've learned.
So morning is review, afternoon is listen, evening is speak.
That's it. 3 small steps, 1 big result.
And the best part is, it doesn't feel heavy.
No pressure, no stress, just progress.
Emily, why does short daily practice work better than long weekly study?
It's brain science, Paul. When you repeat something often, your brain creates stronger pathways.
Like walking the same path in the forest every day.
Yes, at first it's hard, but after a week, a trail forms. After a month, it's smooth. You don't even think, you just walk.
That's what fluency is. Automatic speaking.
Exactly. And here's another example. Think about when you learned to drive.
Oh, I remember. Every move was stressful at first. Mirror, clutch, gear, turn.
But now,
Now I just drive. I don't even think about it.
that's what we want with English. You stop translating, you just speak.
It becomes natural, like breathing.
And that only comes from small, daily habits.
So if you're listening right now and thinking, can I really do this?
Yes, you can. Start with 1 word, 1 sentence, 1 step.
Then do it again tomorrow and the next day.
One day, you'll wake up and say, wow, I'm speaking English.
And it will feel easy, natural, even fun.
That's the goal. That's the dream.
And with the right steps, it's possible.
Let's talk about something many learners fear: mistakes.
Oh yes, this is a big one. A lot of people stop speaking because they're scared of being wrong.
But guess what? Mistakes are not bad. They're your teachers.
Exactly. Every time you make a mistake, your brain gets a chance to grow.
Let's say you say, I go to work yesterday. It's not perfect, but now you know. It should be, I went.
And that mistake helped you remember the past tense better than any grammar book.
You learn faster when it's personal, when you feel it.
And you know what, Emily? Native speakers make mistakes too.
All the time. We forget words, say and fix ourselves mid-sentence.
So don't wait for perfect English. It doesn't exist.
The goal is connection, not perfection.
If someone understands you even a little, you've succeeded.
Let's get practical again. Let's teach some useful combinations with core words.
Great idea. Let's start with make. What can we make?
Make a decision. Make a plan. Make dinner. Make a mistake.
Make time. Make friends. Make money. Make noise.
Now take.
Take a break. Take your time. Take a picture. Take a shower.
Take care. Take notes. Take responsibility. Take a bus.
And have. Have breakfast. Have fun. Have a conversation. Have a good day.
Have a meeting. Have time. Have a question. Have a dream.
Now let's turn them into full sentences. Repeat after us.
I make breakfast every morning.
I take the bus to work.
I have lunch with my coworkers.
I make time for exercise in the evening.
I take a shower before bed.
I have a dream to travel the world.
These sentences are simple, but they're powerful.
And when you use them daily, they become automatic.
Now let's talk about emotions, a topic close to many learners' hearts.
Yes, so many people feel nervous or even ashamed when they speak English.
I've seen students freeze in front of a simple question like, where are you from?
That fear blocks learning, but our approach can help.
Because when you focus only on 500 to 1,000 words, you feel more in control.
It's like walking a clear path instead of being lost in a jungle of vocabulary.
Imagine starting your day knowing exactly what to do. You review 10 words. You write 3 simple sentences. You say them aloud.
You finish in 15 minutes and feel proud.
And that feeling? That's confidence. That's what changes everything.
Confidence isn't about big grammar. It's about small wins every day.
And here's the science behind it. When you complete a small goal, your brain releases dopamine.
That's the feel-good chemical, right?
Exactly. Dopamine says, good job, let's do it again.
So one small win today makes you want to study again tomorrow.
And after 30 days, you're not just studying, you're living in English.
And it doesn't feel like work anymore. It feels like growth.
Now, let's connect this to real life. Paul, imagine you travel to an English-speaking country. What do you really need to say?
Not long speeches, just a few phrases.
At the airport, you need, excuse me, where is, can you help me, please? I don't understand.
At a hotel, you need, I have a reservation. Can I have a room? What time is breakfast?
At a restaurant, I'd like, can I have the bill, please? Thank you.
Short, polite, useful. That's all you need.
You don't need to say, this dish is exquisitely prepared. Just say, this tastes good.
And people will understand you. That's the goal.
Okay, now what about meeting new people?
You need, hi, my name is. Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
What do you do? How long have you been here?
Then add, I love, I enjoy, I'm interested in.
Now you're talking about hobbies, feelings, connection.
With just 50 core phrases, you can handle most situations.
It's amazing, isn't it? English becomes possible, even exciting.
And once you feel that, you'll never stop.
Now, Paul, let's be honest. Many people start strong, but they give up after 1 week.
Yes, they try to learn 50 words a day. It's too much. They feel tired and lost.
That's why our method is different. It's not about speed, it's about direction.
Like walking one small step each day. You don't feel fast, but suddenly, you've gone far.
Exactly. One word, one sentence, one voice. Yours.
Let's talk about common mistakes to avoid. Mistake number 1, learning words without context.
If you just memorize arrive equals to get somewhere, you'll forget it.
But if you say, I arrive at school at 8 a.m., now it becomes real.
Mistake number 2, waiting to speak until you're ready.
The truth is, that day may never come.
So speak now, even to yourself. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm washing my face.
Say it out loud. Practice with yourself. Practice in your mirror.
Mistake number 3, trying to learn too much at once.
It's better to know 10 words deeply than forget 50 tomorrow.
Yes, depth builds fluency, not speed.
Okay, let's do something fun. Let's build a daily routine using only simple core words.
Let's go. I wake up at 7 a.m.
I brush my teeth. I wash my face.
I make breakfast. I drink a cup of tea.
I check my phone. I get dressed.
I go to work. I take the bus.
I eat lunch. I talk with friends.
I come home. I cook dinner.
I watch TV. I go to bed at 10 p.m.
Simple. Real. This is your English.
Now we want you to try it too.
Tonight, write 5 sentences about your day using the words you know.
Say them out loud, twice, slowly.
Tomorrow, add 2 new words and try again.
In 30 days, you'll own 150 words, and you'll speak without fear.
Because you've practiced. Because you believed.
And here's the beautiful part. After 3 months of this,
Your speaking will be faster, your listening will improve, you'll feel stronger.
after 6 months, something special happens. We call it the fluency breakthrough.
It's the moment when English stops feeling foreign. It becomes part of you.
You'll say, I didn't study today, but you did. You lived in English.
And it all begins with one small habit, one brave moment.
You don't need perfect English. You need honest effort. You need clear, simple words that connect.
And a heart that says, I can do this.
So here's our final challenge for you.
Take a notebook or open your phone.
Write down 10 common words that fit your daily life.
Like coffee, phone, work, home, walk, sleep, lunch, tired, happy, rain.
Now, write 5 short sentences with them.
Say them out loud, twice, slowly.
Tomorrow, add 2 more words. Write again. Say again.
And repeat this for 30 days, just 10 minutes a day.
By the end, you won't just know the words, you'll own them.
And that's the real difference between memorizing and speaking.
Between fear and fluency.
We believe in you. We've seen it happen with so many learners.
And now, it's your turn.
So if this episode helped you, subscribe to Ms. English channel. Like this episode, share it with a friend.
And leave a comment below. What is one sentence about your day in English?
We read every comment. We cheer for every learner.
Because your progress is our passion.
Thanks for joining us today. Keep practicing, keep believing.
And remember, fluency is not a gift, it's a habit.
You've got this, and we're here with you every step of the way.